Hey everybody, welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole Reed and today we're here for a stitch with me, so let's get started. Well, good morning or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I do a little bit of stitching. And yeah, we're just going to chit-chat and all the rest of it. So if you're new here and you've not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and a little bell icon beside it. And then that way you won't miss out on any future posts. And if you like what you see, maybe consider coming on over to our Patreon, where we have early access to all these videos and also some bonuses in there like block of the months, bags, sewing tutorials, behind the scenes content, although that's a little bit lacking at the moment because I haven't gone anywhere, so there's no behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. But we do have extra content over there for you. Basically today we are going to spend about 30 minutes together and we are going to get some stitches into the Iced Coffee Cafe, and this is part of the Snow Village series. This is a piece that I am doing as one whole piece. So yeah, so that's for those that are new here, and for those that are returning, thank you so much for being here and coming on back. I really do appreciate you being here. All right, so we're going to get some stitches in. We're currently working on the red, and we're just putting in some stitches along the way, and yeah, so hopefully we'll get a fair bit of this done. There's been a lot of hope and fingers crossed and all that sort of stuff with this stitch. I have misplaced my stitching mojo somewhere, and I'm patiently waiting for it to come back. So I'm currently using, I think this is called Cherry Tomato. It's by Classic Colorworks. It's actually one of my favorite reds by Classic Colorworks. And yeah, I just love it how it goes. So I do one cross at a time when I'm using fancy floss. And yeah, so it depends on the fancy floss. I actually have like this this hickory sticks that I've got, the dye lot on this one, it doesn't have much variegation at all. So if I'm just doing like a couple of stitches, I'll just do the half leg and then come back across. It doesn't make it murky or anything, and it's brown anyway. So I'm pretty okay with that sort of hoo-ha. But the red here, I always, throughout the whole piece, I've just done one cross at a time because it does have quite a variegation on it. I've got, what have I got left on this one? 2 more blocks after this one, 2 more little charts. So we're slowly but surely getting there. It's been a bit of a journey. We've been working on this for a long time. But I did want to ask you, do you want to see something different? Would you like me to rotate through my whips? I would greatly appreciate the feedback. You know, like, I've got a lot of whips that I can work on. I could maybe do a photo poll on the community tab or something like that, and you can choose my next whip. Obviously, I have already got some of my July plans in place, and so basically this would be going into maybe the end of July, beginning of August, and going forward. So maybe I can put a poll up and I can do a different one each week, and maybe, you know, not necessarily do a poll every week, but maybe once every 2 weeks do a poll, and then the first 2 for that I will work on those going forward. But if you want to hang out, and because I do get a lot of comments, oh, when are we going to see Snow Village again, and all that sort of stuff. And I am replacing this one with Farmhouse Christmas once I'm finished it, so I know where I'm going after this. And again, I'll be doing that in one piece. I don't know, I would really love your feedback on the Stitch With Me's and what you'd like to see. I've got some stunning projects on the go, charts from my favorite designers and whatnot. And if you want to see some of that stuff, you can always go back and watch some of my floss tube. I haven't done a floss tube in quite some time. I needed to take a bit of a break from it because it was sort of becoming a bit of a chore there for a bit. And I think this also contributed to the fact that I've lost my stitching mojo. So that is a little bit disconcerting, but yeah. I'm pretty happy for you to vote on what project I'm going to work on, and then I can do that. And yeah, if you would like to see more Stitch with me, so maybe I could squeeze another one in perhaps during the week. You might like to see that. So yeah, I would really appreciate your feedback down below. So make sure that you leave me a comment. And while you're down there, don't forget to also like this video as well. I really do appreciate all the interaction with my channel. I am getting back to, I think I discussed this a couple of weeks ago, that I am in the process of getting, I won't be putting out any sewing tutorials in July because I'm away at the end of the month, so I've got to do a lot of pre-planning and all that sort of stuff. So but coming into August and going for the remainder of the year, I'm planning on getting some sewing tutorials up and all that sort of stuff. So I've been doing a little bit of planning and in the background and all that sort of stuff as well. So, and I've had Savannah here for the last couple of weeks, and we've been working on her room. So in the last we got the scaffolding in, I think was the last update. So Brendan fixed all that for us, so we didn't have to go up and down ladders, which has been an absolute godsend, really. Like, Savannah's done all the stuff up near the roof, and I'm just not as agile as her getting up and down. And I've done all the lower half of the room, and it's worked really well. We've really got everything done. So basically, this was supposed to be done at Christmas, and it never got done at Christmas. To be honest, I do not know why, but it just never got done at Christmas. I think that, oh, that's right, because the council was hassling Brendan, and basically the girls were over there helping him do all the things, and over at the workshop. So yeah, so that's why it did get done at Christmas time. So we said we'll wait. Then we're going to do it at Easter, but then I was going away and I didn't want to sort of half start it and all that sort of stuff. So we left it till her mid-year break, which is quite a lengthy break. So yeah, so basically that made it a lot easier for her to do it this time. So she was only going to stay here for 2 weeks, but decided to stay for 3. So she goes home on I think she said she was going home on the 7th, or maybe after the markets, which is the 6th, because she wants to go to the markets. Unfortunately, I can't go with her because I've got stuff on, and because I didn't realize she was staying. So her and her sister will probably go over to the markets, which is cool, and which I'm sort of bummed out about. I guess we could go over super early as long as I was back by 9 o'clock. That was the only thing. But then, you know, the markets get away from you and stuff like that. But so we have this week managed to, not this week, but in these 3 weeks, we have got the scaffolding over, set all that up, we had all the stuff we needed, reevaluated the room, had a look what we needed to do and all that sort of stuff, realised that we had a lot of sanding and stuff to do because, you know, Savannah played pin to tail on the donkey when she was a kid, evidently. And yeah, so we got in there and we took out all the screws and everything, took down the curtain rods, all that sort of stuff, and then basically started filling in the holes that they created, and then waited for that to dry, sanded it back, refilled everything that needed to be refilled because there was a couple of big holes, and so we repaired all the wall and we done all that, and then first we washed down the walls, gave them a good scrub, and then we done the filling in, and then we did that over 2 days because it had to dry, and of course it was freezing cold here, so it was taking a little bit longer to dry, but that was neither here nor there. We ended up getting that done, and then we basically after that, sanding came next, and we did all the sanding, and then we washed the walls down again, and now we've got the 2 coats of undercoat on. So today, with any luck, the colour will go on. So we just have to make sure that the undercoat is completely dry, because we couldn't get to that until late yesterday afternoon. So that was a bit of a bummer, but we got there in the end. And so yeah, so I was pretty happy with how it's all turned out. The walls have come up really good. The last people that painted it obviously didn't prep the walls very well, and so there was a lot of it's like they had dirt on their roller or something like that, and so the wall had some rough spots on it. It felt like sandpaper actually. And so yeah, so basically we got rid of all of that, and we've got the smooth wall, so the color will be going on. And then we've talked about doing a mural in there on the wardrobe doors and stuff like that. So, and we're turning it into a library. It is her room still, but she said that she'd like to turn it into a library because she's not here all the time. She was happy to do that, and she's just got a pull-out bed in there now. So yeah, so she's pretty happy with how it's all coming together, and she's had a lot to do with the picking of colours, and there was a couple of things that she wanted to do, and I said, look, no, I'm not going to do that. So I don't think that will look okay, and we've done a lot of toing and froing and all that sort of stuff, and bouncing of ideas around and things. So yeah, but I'm really happy that it'll be done. The house, compared to this room, the house looks really tired now, so I definitely will be working my way through the house. Brendan's happy because he doesn't have to do any of it because it's just something that I'm doing, and Savannah said that she wants to help me with the rest of the house. So I mean, I'm still going to do a couple of hours every Sunday. I mean, I still need to have time off, but every Sunday I'm going to pick an area and do that. My kitchen is the main one that I really want to sort of update, and I've got an outdoor area that I would like to, that seems to be, like, Brendan's got some generators and stuff there, so I'm going to ask him if he can put them up in the shed, because they don't really need to be down here, and I can reclaim that space to sit out there when it's, it gets a little bit of sun and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to put a nice little outdoor setting there. And I can sit there in winter when my toes just will not warm up. And yeah, so, but lots of plans for the house, lots of renovation, which doesn't make for a great living environment when you've got stuff everywhere. But like Savannah was, and even Narralee was getting a bit excited there and said, oh, we'll do this, that, and the other. I'm like, cool your jets, hey, because like you guys aren't here. And you're off at work, Narralee, and you've got your room and whatnot, and Savannah, you're off at uni. This is stuff that I've got to do myself. I can't have my whole house pulled apart and then just left with everything. It'll just get too overwhelming. So I said, I'm just going to do one thing at a time. I'm going to start at the back of the house. I mean, I know that I've done the library, but I'm going to start at the back of the house, and I'm going to work my way through. But after the library, there's another spot that I want to set up, which is my diamond painting area. So I can set up a camera in there, and I can film every time, like anytime I'm working on it, I can just turn the camera on. So yeah, so that is the next one after this. But that's just a point of moving some furniture out. So we'll probably do that at some stage this week as well, get everything out and move it to where we need to move it while I've got Savannah here, because Narralee's been super busy with work and training and all the things, because she's becoming a manager, so her time's been monopolised. And then I've got a little bit of undercoat paint here left. So I'm thinking that I might give that a bit of a touch up as well in that room, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to get some new curtains for in there, I think, or maybe just a Venetian blind. I'm not a fan of curtains. I never have been. I prefer to have like blinds or something like that. But I'm really vibing on the Venetian blinds that are made out of timber. I just really like the look of those. So I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to get. And that way I can just open them up and, you know, let the sunshine in and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to get rid of, there's a set of curtains that separates my, sorry, just bear with me for a moment. I'm just doing some counting. It separates the lounge room from the little diamond painting room. So I'm thinking that I might get some sheer curtains to put there because I like the segregation, but I don't, it doesn't let much light in. The ones that I've got there, they're quite, okay, let me just, where's my pencil? I just need to scrub out some stuff that I've done. Yeah, so I'm thinking that, I don't know what I want to put there. I'm in two minds really of what I actually want to put there. So it's hard, you know, like it'll be the last thing that goes in. So it's neither here nor there, but I don't know whether I want it to just be open again or I don't know. I'll play around with it, I guess. Okay, so the two. Okay. So I just got the door that I've got to worry about here. So, sorry. Okay. All right, now I can see where I'm at. And I've got my desk for in there, which is the architect desk, so that'll be good. So they're probably, I don't know whether I might get a couple of diamond paint. I've got some small ones that I'm working on, but I do want to kit up a big one of my heaven and earth. So that's probably going to be one of the first ones that I kit up, which is a square. And but I won't do that until I've got my table set up because I don't want to have to roll it up all the time because, you know, I'm worried that the little drills will pop off. And so I've got a couple of the ones that I'm still working on, which you've probably seen. One is the Friends one, and the other one is the cat one. So they will be finished before I start the big one. But if I can get everything out, I can start setting it up. I can tidy up that room. I've got cupboards there. I'm going to leave there's a bookshelf in there. I am actually going to leave that in there. Although I'm going to take the white one from behind my front door and put that in because that will probably go better with my layout in there. And then the red one, because I've got a red bookshelf as well, will go into the kitchen because I have red accents in my kitchen. So, yeah. So I'm just doing a little bit of a freshen up. The bathroom is probably one of the biggest jobs that I have because I've got to... I basically have to mold treat that one. So that's going to be a little bit trickier. And I've also got 12-foot ceilings, so I've got to be able to somehow get the scaffolding in. And yeah, so that's going to be an interesting little feat. But I will cross that bridge when I get to it because that is a little ways off right now. So yeah, but it's all like I'm excited. It's happening, you know, like it's starting to come together. Ideally, I'd like to get a new couch because the one I've got there is huge and we don't have everybody here all the time. So it's just a massive couch taking up a lot of space. So I'm thinking that I'm going to possibly get rid of that, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it because the lounge room will be the last place that I do. And yeah, along with my bedroom. My bedroom just needs a bit of painting, that's it. I'm not changing any of the feature walls. It's just touch-up stuff that I'm doing, which I think I've talked about this anyway prior. But I'm super excited for the library and I'm super excited for the diamond painting room. the girls, I was actually quite surprised because when I said I was doing a diamond painting room, the girls were like, oh, that'd be really cool. And I'm thinking, yeah, here we go. I'm going to lose my little space that I'm creating. But they like to diamond paint as well. I've got a plan to, like, if they want to do something, I can hang. There'll be enough room in there to hang the Heaven and Earth off the bookshelf, because I checked and it's about as wide as the bookshelf. And so it'll be good to hang. Which will be excellent, because if they want to do their diamond paintings, they can and use that area. Then they're not taking up all the lounge room, spreading their stuff out. So yeah, I'm going to, like, Mia wanted to come up, and because I've got stuff everywhere, because we've pulled everything out of Savannah's room, got stuff everywhere, and I'm like, sweetie, I'm gonna have to come and see you because there's just stuff everywhere. So she was busy this holidays, so as I was as well with the painting and whatnot, so I didn't go down. But in the September holidays, I'm going to go down for a weekend, or maybe a week or whatever, and hang out with her for a week. And yeah, so, well, and as I said to Jane, there's nothing stopping me from, when I've got a weekend free, coming down, just grabbing her for the day, going out and doing something, But, yeah, it just depends whether she comes up at Christmas time or not, because it'll depend what I've got going on as far as renovations. And she's a little bit of a sticky beak and touchy-feely sort of girl, and I don't want to be rousing on her to not touch stuff when she's here. So that's another reason why when I talk to Jane about it, she goes, no, that's perfectly fine, Mum. She goes, she'll just have to get over it. And I'm like, yep, cool. So yeah, I'll probably go down, spend the weekend with Savannah, go and pick up Mia, we'll go and do something. And yeah, I think it'd be good. We'll meet Savannah in town or something like that, in the city, and we'll go and do something. But the biggest job is sorting the books out in the library, like getting the bookshelves sorted and all that sort of stuff. We were going to buy new bookshelves, but as I said to Savannah, I said there is actually nothing wrong with my bookshelves on that. And I've got, an extra two, one in the kitchen and one in the bedroom, that aren't really being used for books. Like the one in the kitchen's used as shelving, but I can replace that with the red one, as I said, which is good. And okay, where's my scissors? There they are. And so that's what I decided to do, because I'd rather spend the money on like that, because it would have ended up being close to $1,000, I reckon, to get the new bookshelves and whatnot. And I'm just like, you know what, I don't need to spend that money. And I've got a couple of white ones here, and we decided that we're just going to paint those, because we found a colour that matches the bookshelves that we've got, and they'll go underneath the window in the room. Let me just fix sorry about the rustling, but I'm just fixing up my chart so I can see it. All right. Yeah, so we're going to get some paint for that and do those. And that's a couple of weeks off, though, before I'll paint those, because the paint for that is a little bit expensive. So they might even just go in as white ones for a little while in the room. But that is okay, because, I'm just using what I've got instead of being, I'll just get rid of these and get something new. I am looking for smaller bookshelves in that colour, so we don't necessarily have to paint them to go under the window, because I think that I will be able to utilize, I've got an idea for my coffee table, because there's nothing wrong, structurally wrong with my coffee table. It's just, it had these grids in the center, and they've, over the years, they've just got broken. You know, kids have dropped glasses on, like a glass on them, and it's cracked it, and then it's broken, and all that sort of stuff. So what I was thinking of doing is getting some bench top, and because it's only narrow, and just making a new bench top on it, like taking the top off and using the legs and everything, and putting the bench top on, and painting, like sanding it back and painting it white, because it's a little wooden veneer one, so it just needs to be sanded, and then I can paint it. And Brennan's got like a spray gun set and all that sort of stuff, and I'd probably just hit it, like, you know, hit it with the spray gun. And then I've also got a TV cabinet that I can do the same thing to, and then they're matching. And like, there's nothing wrong with the TV cabinet, but I just, yeah, if I take out the bookshelves and all that sort of stuff, and then bring in those little white ones, and have them going across the wall, then I think that will look super cute. And yeah, and that way I can have my yeah, I've got a lot of books, let's put it that way, but I can put some, you know, some plants on there and all that sort of stuff. And there's a cabinet in the lounge room that I'm thinking of getting rid of as well. So I very rarely use it, and it's, yeah, it just gets filled up with junk. So I figured if I get rid of it, that would be a good thing. So yeah. I do love this red colour. So tell me, what have you all been doing? You've heard everything that I've got going on. What have you got going on in your life? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, any new grandbabies come along? Have we got a new job perhaps? Let us know in the comments. What have you been working on while we're doing the stitch with me? Anything exciting? I always like to know. I was just looking and I'm like, oh no, I've made a mistake, and I looked at the wrong spot on my stitching. I know I haven't made a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm up very early today. I couldn't sleep, so I thought, oh, well, I'll come out and do my stitch with me and start my day. There's no point in staring at the ceiling, right? So that's what I've done. Come out here, and I thought, you know what? Made myself a cuppa. I'm going to go and do some stitching. And I haven't thought about doing that for quite some time. So, I mean, it is making me feel a little bit sleepy. And I think that has also been half the problem too. Like, I've got to the end of the day and I'm just feeling really like I've had a big day. You know, I've been doing the social stuff. I've been doing the quilting and, you know, the filming and editing and all that sort of stuff. And sometimes you just get a little bit tired, and I've just not felt like doing any stitching at the end of the day. I've just felt like zoning out to the TV. So I've been watching Chicago Med. And I've been revisiting 2.5 Men, which so politically incorrect, but so good. So I had a little bit of fun with that, and Chicago Med's really good. I'm enjoying that. It's got the same vibe as, like, it's not as good as ER, but it has the same sort of vibe. So yeah. So I've been having a bit of fun watching 2.5 Men and then doing a bit of drama. So I've been breaking it up a bit. And, like, I like medical dramas and all that sort of stuff. Gets the adrenaline running. I've read a couple of good books lately as well. I've had a pretty big reading month. I think I mentioned this the other week. I was doing a readathon, which was absolutely fantastic. I had such a great time. I read some pretty good books during that time, a few new releases, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed them. So yeah, I haven't had any new release craft books come into my possession to talk about or anything like that, but yeah, when they do, I'll let you know what they are. And of course, I will post them over on my community tab as well. But I did get an interesting one the other day. I seen it and I thought, oh, that looks really interesting. I might request to get that. And the reason I requested to get it is because it's very much a Savannah vibe. And I thought, oh, I might be able to get some ideas from it. And yeah, anyway, it was a Gothic life book, and it had like things that you could do around the house in the Gothic style, which was quite interesting. Okay, well, we have hit the 30-minute mark, and my phone is actually ringing. Brennan's trying to get hold of me, and it's super early, so he must need something done. So I am going to have to go. But as I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you worked on. Again, thank you very much for being here, and I really do appreciate everybody that comes here each week. It's a lot of fun catching up with you and letting you know what's going on in my life and all those sort of things and channel updates and whatnot. But I'd just like to say thank you so much again, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and do all the things as I say, maybe share with some friends and whatnot. And I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye for now.